Anthony Bourdain once said, there's a guy in my head, and all he wants to do is lay in bed all day long, smoke pot, and watch old movies and cartoons. My life is a series of stratagems to avoid and outwit that guy. Who is that guy for you, and what do you do to avoid him? All that guy wants to do is do Reddit and play video games. I don't do anything to avoid him. That guy is kicking my ass right now. For me, that girl wants to be a stay-at-home mom who sells MLM and drinks a PSL with her jogging buddies, but I work, cook amazing meals and hunt PQAs. I know I wouldn't truly be happy if I gave up the empowerment of making my own money and truly enjoying the things I want. Same thing as Tony described. I accept that she exists, and love her back to health. It used to be eat cheap pizza, chain smoke, and play video games. I changed a lot of those habits to healthier ones. I used to have a little sign on my desk that said the worst possible feeling is when the person you are meets the person you could have been. It was there to encourage to pursue my goals rather than procrastinate on games, Reddit, etc. I think it's time I dug that sign out again. That guy is me. That guy's cousin lives in my head. I go to AA meetings to avoid and outwit him. I dunno. That guy sounds okay to me. I'd hang out with him. Cartoons are awesome. I have the same guy in my head. I quit smoking pot years ago, before I hit 30. I can still stay in bed all day on some days. What keeps me from doing it? Having a 24 hours lay-in on my laptop. Too often are commitments I've made to myself, friends, and employers. Back in the day, pot made it really easy to give up on those commitments. I miss pot, but I don't miss those times in general, which keeps me from going back. The one that wants to do something drastic to qualify for social security disability and then, jobless, lounge around all day drinking beer, watching whatever, and roaming around GTA 5 as I eat the government cheese. That girl does a lot of partying and is a free bird flying, but this woman's kids keep her grounded and at home. Tried doing push-ups. Gave all the motivation I needed to get off my ass cause I was so pathetic. RuPaul call her the inner saboteur. It sounds cliche, but it's so true. And that guy never really goes away. You just have to learn to stay one step ahead. The guy in my head not letting me lay in bed all day smoking pot and watching cartoons. Bold of you to assume I avoid him. I'm a microbiology major, pre-med and all, but sometimes I really just want to stay at home and be a cute little housewife. I want to have 3 kids and be a mom. I love the idea, but I know I couldn't be truly happy with that. We came to an agreement and take turns occupying the same body. It's me from 5:30 AM to 5 PM on weekdays. And he gets evenings, weekends and holidays. Holy shit, Anthony said that? Damn. I miss him even more. I am that guy a lot of the time. I used to be super productive and stress out over work. I think Bourdain may still be alive if he would have spent more time doing nothing instead of trying to catch the next thing all the time with strangers. Same guy. He wins most days, but I'm trying. That guy for me is someone who is constantly grumpy, never wants to get out of pajamas, and loves being drunk and high. To avoid said guy, I make a conscious effort to stay productive, motivate myself, and never drink alone. That guy wants to die. Unsure how to avoid him. Copious amounts of caffeine seems to do okay. That guy is my ADHD. I probably have an extreme case where my meds, which are at high doses, hardly even work anymore. The best way I combat this urge to do something fun, play games, or goof off is to remove myself from any place of temptation. Cut it off before you get the thought of even doing something pleasurable. What I do is that I find empty classrooms at my college and study or do work in there. I will purposefully drive away from my home, which is full of games, food, fun, and comfort, to a classroom just so I don't get the urge, and even if I do, I've created a barrier that takes too much guilt and effort of driving back and doing something fun. The guy who wants to go streaking during the Super Bowl halftime show. I avoid him by remembering that prison is not a pleasant place to be. That guy for me is the same as his. Fuck. Closes Pornhub. I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, I am supposed to avoid him? Oof. I just wanna grill for God's sake. Poor Anthony Bourdain. Rest in peace. He's the voice that tells me to stop what I'm doing and end it all. To avoid him I just ignore what he says. At the moment he's wrong. I've been recently dealing with a pretty tough breakup, one that I caused due to me not being mentally well. I decided to start going to therapy once a week, and I've been pushing myself out of bed every single morning to go for a 30 minutes run before work, and after work I hit the gym. I'm just trying to be a better person for myself and actually be happy with my life for once. I know things don't come overnight, but with progress I'll reach my goal eventually. That guy wants to settle for anything out of fear of nothing better coming later. That guy is okay with a dead-end job, the abusive relationships and no master's degree. I tell that guy it's never gotten me anywhere, it's the definition of stuck, and I have no intention of being stuck anymore. He just wants to win the lottery and sit on his couch watching dark comedies, drinking until it kills him. I avoid this by remembering that my mother would be very sad if that happened, and that I want to love someone, like really be in love, at least one more time before I go. The guy doesn't believe I'll ever be happy. He thinks I'll ruin every relationship I'm in and give up on every endeavor I do. My hobbies and family help me out. I let her out and feed her once in a while, that way she lets me get on with my life. Don't you ever tame your demons, but always keep 'em on a leash. Arsonist's Lullaby https://www.youtube.com/watch v=v.j 3i65fnx's Hosier. Edit added link. I don't, man, he's not so bad. We're having a pretty good time together right now. Have to say, I am touched by Op's attentiveness to responses displaying distress. Wholesome. https://media.giphy.com/media/L3FZFVP90folgepxop/giphy.gif. Mine tells me to end it, and that even all the hurt that comes with it, that it's better to leave everyone and everything and start over. He just wants to start over. Started selling all my stuff to appease him. If I have the will, multiple strategies work, including eating properly, exercising, meditation, talking to friends, talking to family, keeping clear priorities of what I want to do. Unfortunately, every now and then something trips everything up, and the will to outmaneuver the guy in my head isn't there. That guy's all the more persuasive when you feel like a, to quote Kyle Kinane, stripped bare toothless cock spinning freely and ineffectually in the working machine of society. And I relate to this. The girl in my head is constantly trying to get out of doing things, everything like going to work, going to school, socializing, etc., anything besides sitting at home in my chair, smoking a joint, and watching some coming-of-age drama/comedy. I have to force myself every day to do all the stuff that being an adult human requires of me. It's hard. I think almost everyone feels this way.